All right.
That's not sorry.
Wow. Yes, Pia, first of all, can you tell us more about the We Self-Love campaign? What's the component of the campaign and what's your personal involvement?
So this is the first campaign about self-love that's Universe doing. From what I'm aware of, they did a series of workshops already, and they have other speakers for today. And for later, I'm going to speak a little bit, and then we're going to do a little pledge later on with everyone who's going to be watching, where like we make like a little pledge to start taking care of ourselves starting from today. So that's pretty cool. I haven't done anything like that before.
But what do you think? What makes the campaign timely?
Oh yeah, it's very timely because nowadays, especially with how fast-paced our lives are becoming, and with the involvement of social media also, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to be better, better at work, to perform better at work, to be accepted in more social circles, to just please everyone. So really all of the energy is going outwards, and the goal is always to do more and to please more people and to make other people happy. But then when are you gonna make yourself happy? And that's the question. Sometimes we parang nauubos din tayo. Like we also run out of love towards ourselves. And that's something that we need to be reminded of. It's very timely because it's something that doesn't just happen with adults, but then it also affects young adults now and even teenagers, where they just forget about themselves because all of the focus is on other people all the time, which is okay lang naman, but then there really needs to be a balance of the two. So, you know, that's why I love campaigns like this, because it affects everyone. I'm sure everyone would be able to learn a thing or two later.
Do you have any special or specific mantra in terms of sharing the message with the people, especially with the young ones?
So there's quite a few. First of all, and this is quite recent, one of my mentors actually told me this a few days ago. Sabi niya, Pia, you should listen to your body. Because, and that's so simple, diba? But that's something that we don't really do, or we forget, or we like to numb ourselves and say na, di, kaya ko pa, like I can do more, I can work more, or like wala lang to, like later I'll be okay. But then we forget that sometimes our bodies are already telling us, wait lang, like ako naman muna, or kami naman muna. So that's number one, is to learn how to listen to your bodies, especially when you need to take a break. And also, parang we like to find solutions when you're already feeling bad. Parang di preventive yung approach natin when it comes to self-care. So usually you start, you know, doing other activities or doing activities related to self-care when you're already feeling down. When the thing is, you have to be practicing this and you have to have that good balance so that you never get to that
Should
place.
be a lifestyle, not just, you know, band-aid solution, something like that.
Yes! Parang dapat may day off. Ganon.
Exactly.
May day off from everything.
What is self-love for Pia? And how do you take care of yourself despite because of your busy schedule? How do you manage your schedule? How do you manage your fitness routine, your beauty regimen?
So, self-love to me is just like, pareho lang, like the same definition as everybody else, is to take time to press pause for a bit, to take time to just do nothing, basically. Sa akin yun yung, my idea of self-love is, kasi I'm always on the go and I'm always doing something, I'm always thinking, when I'm not, well, like, even when I'm sitting down, like, nag-iisip pa rin ako, like, my mind is still at work, but then, it's actually a challenge more for me to stop and to just do nothing or think about nothing. And parang parang sa panahon ngayon, we don't like that eh. Ayaw natin yung, wala kang ginagawa, ganyan. But kailangan actually meron din tayong mga araw na we're just like relaxing and reflecting and thinking of what else we can do instead of just, going and going. So sa akin yun yung definition ko ng self-love is when I can, you know, put my phone down for a day. That's important. Oh, ayaw niyo ba? I put my phone down. Ayaw niyo ba? Put my phone down for a day and just be normal, you know? And let myself go through emotions and go through feelings. This is another thing. I feel like iniiwasan nating maging malungkot. Iniiwasan nating to feel bad. And these are normal things. These are normal emotions. Like, it's okay that sometimes you're not 100%. It's okay that some days you're sad. Parang we like to escape those feelings and negative yun, and I should never feel that way. But sometimes you just have to like ride with it, you know? Like, if you have a day na parang hindi ka 100%, ganun talaga. Like, ganun talaga. And you just have to go through it and then, you know, just find that balance so you can get back up again. So it's like a normal thing. Like, ang nangyayari kasi is we're trying to we're in the pursuit of happiness all the time. But then that pursuit is making us sad. So, yun. My definition of self-love is to just stop for a bit and say, wow, okay, so thank you for everything that I have, and I'm just gonna rest for now. That's self-love.
How do you detox? I mean,
well, there's really different ways, you know. Physically, there's so many ways to detox. My favorite ways to cleanse is to take a lot of green shakes. I make my own at home. When I really want to detox, I do that. Drink a lot of water. Maybe I won't, you know, drink alcohol for a while, and then you know the necessary steps lang naman to just detox, ganon. Also, merong ano din sa mental health na detox. Putting your phone down is a big detox. Like, taking a social media break is a detox. Going to a retreat could be a detox. Going for a hike is a detox. So there's really different ways. Depende sa'yo, depending on your lifestyle, depending on how much you can take physically, depending on your schedule as well. So there's really a lot of factors. It depends on you, which detox would be best for you. Sa akin, maraming klase. Like, I like to do the physical detox, like taking a lot of green shakes and a lot of fluids, and then working out. I feel like after I go to the gym and I sweat, it makes me feel good afterwards. And then at home, you know, to just put the phone down, wag na muna yung mga bad news sa TV, and you just like watch something funny and silly, and you know, you don't have to post everything also and put unnecessary pressure on yourself. So I guess that would be it.
have you experienced burnout? And how do you motivate yourself to?
Marami na akong mga almost burnout experiences. What I do is I take a break. So I take a break. Usually I'll fly somewhere, and then I'll just won't wear makeup for a few weeks, and I'll eat everything I want. That's the best.
So, Pia, going back to the pledge, tell us more about it.
So later we're going to do a pledge. After, I think it's gonna be at the later part of the program, and then I will be on stage and then doing this, and then I'll read out the pledge, and then everybody can follow. So basically, repeat after me siya.
So what is it about the pledge?
Just to pledge to take care of ourselves more and to make ourselves aware. Kasi I also believe when you say it out loud, mas pumapasok siya eh. Pagka sinasabi mo siya ng palabas, so mas nagiging totoo siya. So just to take more time to listen to our bodies, to listen to ourselves, and to continue doing that even after today's event.
Last two questions, please.
Talking about self-love, tell us why is it important for women to love themselves, especially women?
Nako, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves. Women, like, we overthink. We put a lot of pressure on ourselves. We feel like we need to, kulang pa yan, kaya ko pa, we need to, like, somehow women are so competitive nowadays. We like to prove ourselves better more and more. Actually, yung pinakamalaking kalaban natin, mga kababayan, yung sarili natin eh. It's that girl in front of the mirrors and that voice in your head telling you you're not good enough or what you're doing is not good enough, tayo yung kalaban natin yun. So, that's why I think this is very important. And ako, tingin ko marami rin akong matututunan today. Because even for me, I have to keep reminding myself to do that also. So this is great because then we're all doing it together. And hopefully, tuloy-tuloy na. Sana next time we can have like bigger events even and then maybe have more people involved. Maybe this can be an annual thing because it is the first now. But then, sobrang timely siya and I think maraming dapat mag-practice talaga ng self-love.
Last question, please.
Being a beauty queen yourself, what kind of, you talked about detox earlier, mental detox, physical detox, and social media detox. Being a beauty queen yourself, what kind of detox would you advise the new batch of beauty queens that we have who will compete?
Oh, okay, wow. Alam mo, ito yung mga natutunan ko. When I competed, I loved reading comments. I loved reading like feedback from fans or pageant critics. And I would obsess about what people think about me, and it really hurt me because not everybody will like you. I mean, in my case, not everybody liked me when I won. So I definitely had a lot of people say a lot of hurtful things, and nakaka-addict kasi na magbasa. Totoo yan pero di kasi nila aminin dahil mga raining pa yan. Pero alam mo yung totoo yan, and it can be good if you read positive feedback and then it keeps you going na parang, uy, malakas pala yung laban ko, okay to, ganyan. But then, may makikita ka talagang hindi maganda once in a while. And if it's your first time joining a pageant or you're not used to that kind of, attention or like number of people like looking at you, you just need to choose your battles. Yun. Talagang kailangan ma-filter mo and you need to learn when to put the phone down and realize that, alam mo, ikaw na yung nanalo, ikaw na yung nakasuot ng sash na yan, nobody else. And it's your responsibility to take care of yourself. How you feel is your responsibility. You can't control what people are gonna write. You can't control what you're gonna read, but you can control how you feel about it and how it will affect you. So, take control. Yun yung suggestion ko.
That's great. Straight from the queen.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Pia.
you.
Thank you very much.